Welcome everybody to fabulous Austin, Texas. Keeping it weird since 1839. We're at the Circuit of Americas, so expect some guns and explosions. This is the third and final in our series of races for Formula D. For the last two races, Blue has been dominating the tracks, always starting in the rear, but ending in the front. This last race is going to be 3 laps. So will he be able to sustain his epic lead the whole time? We will find out. It's partially cloudy, so the rain could come out again. The racers can adjust what sort of tires they have. They can also adjust the settings of their cars. Here you can see how each one has set up his car. The choice of tires can be seen in the top left. A sun token means low air, rain means rain tires, and blank means standard tires. Okay, the racers are all set up and ready to go. You can hear them revving their engines. And they're off! Yellow starts ahead, but orange sprints past. He assures his lead in the hairpin corners as yellow and white fight for second. Blue and green are just starting the steep turn as the other three go neck and neck in the next turn. Orange turns too sharp and damages white. They hurry into the wavy part of the track and are just finishing it as blue and green are entering it. They remain close at the next hairpin turn and put their pedals to the metal down the straightaway. Orange enters the next turn first, followed by yellow, leaving white a bit behind. The two leaders get to the next turn and knock into one another as they navigate around the U-turns. As they come out of it, both taking tire damage, white is overtaken by blue and green. Yellow hits the next turn just right and sprints out ahead of orange, who has to slow down, and he gets overtaken by white, who is able to go into a higher gear while blue and green had to slow down. Yellow gets into the next turn while orange has to once again slow down. White is now on the prowl for yellow, who is passing the pit stops, while blue and green overtake orange. Yellow hits it into high gear and down the straightaway. White stops for an early pit, while blue and orange compete for the next spot, and green lags behind. Orange gives up the fight for the lead and goes in for a pit stop while blue speeds down the runway. Yellow has a commanding lead, but orange comes out of the pits following blue. The 3 lead cars are separated by the turns now. White comes up next, again 1 turn behind, while green takes up the rear. At the head, blue and orange make their way through the waves, closing in on yellow, who gets into the next turn, where blue overtakes him. He's just behind yellow. Could this be a 3-time win? White closes in on orange for the 3rd place, and green continues to lag behind. The race remains close behind yellow and blue, neither giving an inch. As they go into the hairpin turn, orange races up behind them. They open up on the straightaway, and yellow fires out ahead of his opponent. Behind blue, orange is catching up, but then blue kicks it into 6th gear and manages to reach the turn before yellow, who is in 5th. He is absolutely drifting around that near hairpin turn. That man has wrecking balls for a scrotum. Orange stays on his tail while everyone else tries to catch up. Orange tries to do what blue has been doing, but you've got to be careful what you wish for, because he got it, and he skids out right after all the turns. And while everyone else safely maneuvers behind him, the clouds gather and the rain begins to fall. At the end of the U-turns, yellow has caught up to blue, and the two of them race past the spun-out orange, blue making more ground at first. Yellow catches up. At the next turn, yellow takes some damage to his tires to get ahead of blue. White is a turn behind, and green is a turn behind that. White catches up, and he and yellow pull into the pit stop. Blue skips it, but yellow's pit crew is so fast that they have him out again in no time, and he comes up right behind blue. They get into the first turn close to each other, so close that yellow kisses blue's back bumper at the next turn. White hurries to catch up, but is woefully behind, and is not even in the waves when blue and yellow leave them. The pit stop's value is beginning to show as blue is wearing down while yellow is at full strength. Green, meanwhile, comes out of nowhere and overtakes white behind them. White recklessly tries to catch up and smashes into green while it passes and goes deep into the next corners. Yellow, meanwhile, goes into the next corner and hits it into the straightaway, while blue has to slow for the corner. Their speed down the runway is intense. Yellow reaches the corner while blue just misses it, and will have to slow way down, and green and yellow struggle with the last turn. Things look very good for yellow as he moves into the hairpin turns and blue spins out at the end of his turn. His tires have had enough, and this is the break all of his opponents have been waiting for. Green passes by. It's a temporary spin out, however, and blue is able to keep going, following up green, but ahead of white. Yellow remains in the lead, taking the next turn while blue and green are navigating all the U-turns. White catches blue and drifts around it, taking the turn and catching up with green while blue flounders behind him. Yellow now leaves the last turn and rockets toward the finish line. The checkered flag is waiting for him, and he is the winner! Green and white struggle for second, and white makes it around the next turn with ease. He opens up the engine and rockets past the finish line. Green gets around the corner and follows, but blue is hurried up and managed to get just a few spaces behind him. They're both in 5th gear. It will come down to a roll. And they both roll 18, meaning green gets across the finish line first, followed by a very persistent blue. So this is the order of this specific race, giving each driver these points. This total is added to the scores the racers already possessed, which are the following. That leaves green in third place, yellow in second, and blue is the overall winner. Maybe that means no one had a chance to beat him after the second race? I don't know. What am I, a mathematician? Some people may be wondering why blue continued after spinning out, while orange did not. The reason is because orange whipped through a 3-stop turn in one round, blowing out his tires and causing a wreck. So that's why he was immediately out of the race, while blue merely had an initial spin out. And that'll do it for us here in Austin, Texas. And from Formula D Racing, we hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to thumb us if you do, and tell us in the comments what you think should have been done differently. If you enjoyed this, try our other videos, and take a look at our website for the games we design and publish at bandwagongames.com. Thank you all for watching, and happy gaming, everybody.